Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Gaze Agenda Live. We got Team Grim Reaper here, ready to launch Grim Reaper number 2. Also with us, we have Vinny Tardamilla. Say hello, my brother.
Hello.
And Tinfoil Hat Nick in the house.
Hello, everybody.
And of course,
thank you for having us, Red. And I would like to really thank all of you for the support and also everybody in the chat. We see a lot of good friends over there. We see Joe, Sim,
Mikey,
Mike, everybody there.
Sophie, everybody.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here.
And hello.
Welcome back, guys. We missed you already.
I know, but we're back, man. We're back, and if we've been kind of quiet this past couple of days, I mean, at least me, it's because we've just been busy and trying to get this thing going, and now it's all ready, and we are ready to.
Awesome. So you guys planning to launch tonight? You gonna launch during the stream after?
We're gonna launch during the stream, yes, sir. We'll give you a heads up, and it's gonna go live.
All right, awesome. Well, in the meantime, why don't you just give us a little bit of info about the Grim Reaper here. Grim Reaper 2. What's going on in this one?
All right, so the Grim Reaper 2 kind of starts picking up where the Grim Reaper 1 left off. And so the main story of the Grim Reaper 2 is going to be a little bit more of a kind of a crime drama, if you will. At the beginning, kind of a murder mystery, whodunit kind of thing. The Grim Reaper, as he left the house, as he left his house in the past issue, he goes on to kind of investigate this murder that has happened. And the reason why is because the Grim Reaper, as we established in the first issue, is in charge of life and death. And so he's basically in charge of taking the souls of mortals into the underworld, and you know what I mean, and carrying them into the afterlife. But also he is entrusted with making sure that the immortals never die, right? So there are these other cosmic beings that rely on him to never take their souls away, to never die. You know what I mean? Basically, that's
right. So you're throwing in a new twist, a new element.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's kind of where we're going. We're kind of growing this universe, making it a little bit more cosmic, and we kind of have this kind of side plot at the same time, explaining who the immortals are and who these eternal beings are and why they fight and so on and so forth, and why was it kind of pointless for them to fight in the beginning to begin with, because they couldn't really kill each other. But so what ends up happening is really what the main thing of the story is not the whodunit, but with what, because a weapon powerful enough to kill an immortal, you know what I mean, definitely catches everyone's attention. So the Grim Reaper gets on it, and he gets blamed. He kind of goes to trial for allowing this to happen in the first place, and he has to find who done the crime and with what. You know what I mean? So basically, this will take him through an adventure that will take him to hell, and that will take him to many different places, and we will see him kick some ass for sure. A lot more than the Grim Reaper 1. There's a lot more action in this one. It was a lot more epic, and yeah, like I said, the Grim Reaper 1 kind of had this focus on a deeper, meaningful story theme and why not. And this one it's expanding and is more, I guess you will say, cosmic, because we are including many elements of mythology and theology and things like that I definitely love. And the art speaks for itself. The art, we like I was saying last time I was here in this live stream, we lost a lot of the files during our house fire, but that kind of gave us a chance to kind of review some of it and kind of redo it from scratch. And for some reason it was like you were saying, just a blessing in disguise, because a lot of it came out even better than it was before.
Nice, very nice. Awesome. So we're looking forward to that. I'm just going to say hello to the chat here real quick. We got 8-Bit Elvis in the house. What's up, my friend? Apollo Patriot is here for his Walmart girls. May or may not get those tonight, buddy.
That's sad.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. You know, you never know.
Heartened.
You never know. Don't ever count out the Walmart girls on the gays agenda. Miroslava Ramirez Gonzalez is here. How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Sims in the chat. What's up, my brother? You got the link if you want to come in here. Mikey Woods is in the chat. He says, "Kick red gays." Well, I can do that if you guys want to hold the fort down.
Nope. I think he meant hug red gays.
Oh, is that what he meant? Okay. Well, thanks, Mikey. I appreciate that. Spondopia, aka Rob, is in the house. What's up, my friend? How you doing? Joe Froggo's in the house as well. Love Joe Froggo. Well, not Joe Froggo. Sorry. Didn't mean to dox you there. Lothar D's in the house. How's it going, my friend? Rusty Deo is here. Good to see you. We got this weirdo Carla in the chat.
Oh no!
But, we're happy to have everyone though. We accept.
Don't
everyone.
talk to her. She's crazy. She put the hearts all the time.
Yeah.
And Mogwai Centurion is here. What's up, my brother? And we got Ryan Miller Art. So how's it going, everybody? Glad to see you here. Carla and John, you guys want to talk a little bit about just what's been going on with you? If you guys are doing well, if you're back in your house or any of that, or would you rather not?
Oh, I don't have a problem with it, man. You know, we're good. Thank you for asking. I still have my job, but I'm probably gonna be switching jobs soon. So I'm very happy and excited about that because I got something better, and it's a government job. So I'm really excited about that because government employees don't really have to work that hard. And
Right.
so that's good. Carla's good. She's still she's still teaching and tutoring and all that stuff. She teaches piano lessons and music and art and all that stuff. So that's good. We haven't gotten our house yet. Fortunately, my family has been helping us out. We're at my mom's house currently. We're back in my old room. It's my messy old room, but yeah, we're still here and. Soon once all the whole thing with insurance gets settled, but yeah, my family has been super supportive. They've been super helpful, and you know what I mean in all aspects. And yeah, we are very thankful with them and with all the friends and with CG as well, because CG is like our other family who've come out of pretty much everywhere and helped us out in every way they could. Of course, with Nick's and y'all's initiative, Red Gaze and Vini and all that. You guys helped us out too. And yeah, we just back to work. We're back in campaign mode. So ready to promote the heck out of this and ready to rock and roll.
Awesome. That is awesome, man. It just speaks to your character, honestly. We're glad to have you back. Really glad.
Absolutely.
I have to say I missed El Gargoyle in the chat. Sorry, brother. He says, "Why am I being censored?" That is not intentional if it's happening here. Yeah, Ryan Miller Art says well, he doesn't say that. He said YouTube does that on occasion. I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully it doesn't last long because I love to see everything El Gargoyle has to say.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And thanks to El Gargoyle too. He reached out to us. He helped us out too. We definitely wanted to do something special for him too, but we'll discuss that with him in private.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, and with all the people that helped us out too. We definitely want to give back in any way we can. Right now, all we can do is do our art, do our thing, and hope that you guys enjoy it as much as possible.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm glad to hear it. We got Bianca Fights the Zombies is here. Just want to say hello real quick.
Absolutely.
Sorry, John. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, the one thing I wanted to share is we've been thinking a lot about this lately. Like we've gotten so much help from CG, from Comicsgate in general, and this is a pledge that me and my wife did. Like it's kind of it kind of happened a few days ago. And we're like, if we ever get big, and you can like quote me on this right now, record this. If we ever get big, we are going to help out the little guys that come after us just as much as we've gotten the same help and same amount of love, because that's what it's all about. And if we ever get big, and I hope we do, and we're gonna work towards it, believe it, we're gonna give back one way or another to this wonderful community.
Awesome. See, that right there is why people love you guys.
Right.
That is the way to be, man. That's the way everyone should be.
This is the way. This
It
is
is.
the word.
It is.
Hearts everywhere.
Hearts
Yeah.
everywhere. I want to share with you guys. We don't have this computer doesn't have a camera like my own one, but so you can't really see what's happening. But both of mine and Carla's finger is hovering over the mouse right now, about to click launch. And this is kind of
We're very symbolic.
this is kind of a little ritual we do all the time. You know what I mean? Every time we do
Like-
something together.
Like our wedding, but with the campaign.
Yeah. So here it goes. You ready? 1, 2, launch.
Yay.
All right.
you ready to rumble? Hello.
All right. So the campaign went live. That's awesome.
While we're loading, welcome, Simon. Good to have you, man.
Hey, brother. Hey, I wouldn't miss it. Come on.
It's taking entirely too long, but as you can see, Grim Reaper 2 has launched.
Yay.
Hell
Congratulations, guys. This is
Here we
awesome
go
to see.
live.
Thank
yeah. It
you.
really is.
Oh, you got a promo video. You want to watch that?
Absolutely. Let's watch it.
Let's do it. Well, let me take it down first and repost
Wow,
with the
it's
audio.
funded already. No. Thank you, guys.
Carla, I need you to calm down.
Okay.
Yeah. Excited.
But you know what's funny? What's funny about this story? Like I didn't realize that after the fire, but there's actually a lot of fire involved in the story. Like, I have been painting fire the whole time. So
Well, maybe that's why we get along so well.
yeah. Oh my.
Cool. All right, it's movie time. Let's check out this launch video. Very cool. Yeah, I dig it. I dig the effects.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
You behind that, Carla?
Yeah.
She's behind everything, one way or another.
Awesome.
It's all good. Nah, yeah, it's man, we're excited. We're excited. It's a really cool story. The art is really great, and we have some really amazing perks that we're gonna share with you guys. But yeah, this campaign it's really important to us. You know, this passion project has been growing slowly and steadily, but it has been growing. A lot of people have given us great feedbacks. A lot of people really like the first one. So we're really excited to see how the second one does, but especially what people think about the second one, because I think this one was definitely a good follow-up story to the first one. Really good sequel. And I think that if you really enjoy the first one, you're going to like this one as much. And if you haven't read the first one, it will be available in this campaign as well. And even if you haven't read the first one and you just want to read the second one, it's still a great story and a great book. So definitely check it out.
Yes, we just closed the first campaign, so
Yeah.
the only way to get the first one will be here with this campaign, and we consider this one an upgrade. You know, we were very proud.
Yeah.
We've been getting better at our craft.
Yeah. Well, I wanna make a comment there. We did close the first one. However, Indiegogo told me that it's gonna take 3 days for them to officially close it. So I don't know if you're still interested in that one. Then I guess it'll be still up for 3 days. But don't take my word for it. I don't really know how Indiegogo works with that. But other than that, if not, then Grim Reaper 1 is still available on Grim Reaper 2. So yeah, you can get that. And there's also, oh look, we have a backer.
Wow!
2 backers.
Yay!
Mm.
Nothing
Awesome.
to do with the first time. We didn't even know like what a live streaming was. So
Yeah.
like we launched and then okay, what do we do now? I don't know. Eat. And then like
Promote
10 days
every
passed.
day of your life.
Yeah, like and then 10 days passed and we were like, aren't we supposed to do something?
Yeah. Oh, these campaigns require a lot of work, a lot. You have to be on it completely, and you know, it was at first it was kind of ignorance, but now we know better. Now we know that these live streams and you guys in the community is the way to go for these
Oh,
things
yeah.
to get funded for sure.
I haven't slept yet this week since I launched.
Not good, Vinny. Not good, man. Gotta catch some soon, man.
Yeah, man, you guys got to hustle. But yeah, I mean, you're great creators. People love you. Yeah, I think this project's going to do well.
Oh, I really hope so. And yeah, so we went for the 60 days. So there's a 60-day mark. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And we went with the kind of like the low goal. You know what I mean? We kind of want to get pushed to the top of the search thing. You know what I mean? So that definitely will help. And we look forward to that. You know, people need to get more, we need to get eyes on this thing. This project is really cool, and I know you guys will love it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hell, the video alone got me wanting the book.
Yay! I'm happy. Thank you.
Yeah,
But
you did a good job on that.
I need you to narrate the next one because I'm not letting that go, Red Gaze. You know, I'm not letting it go.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah, let me know. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
All right.
But we got a few newcomers here. We got Michael Beacon in the chat. What's up, my friend? Thanks for stopping by. Lola's in the chat. She was she was going to be here, but she's not. She's feeling a little under the weather, so
All right.
maybe not today.
Feel better soon.
For sure.
Get better.
Got Gabriel Figueroa in the chat. What's up? Edward Marlis is here. Nice to see you, my friend. And Wookiee Supremacy is here, but he's not staying because he's going to watch Abu Nas. Well, that's all right, Wookiee Supremacy. Catch on the next one. Definitely catch the replay. But yeah, this this looks really good. I liked what I saw in the trailer there. Would you like to talk about your tiers a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So we have a lot more tiers than last time, and they range from very affordable to a little expensive, but definitely worth it. So let's talk about them. The first one is the Underworld, $7 digital copy of the Grim Reaper 2, which includes, of course, is the PDF copy of the second issue. We are going for the same amount of pages as last time.
Yes.
36 of story, not counting, of course, cover and all that stuff. So
Right.
yeah, that's gonna be what it is.
Cool.
And again, we gave ourselves a pretty reasonable time limit to be sending this, but to be honest, the project is almost done. So if you back this tier, you will be getting it pretty soon.
Just like the first one.
Yeah, just like the first one.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. You always want to pad by a couple months just to make sure, because you never know.
Absolutely.
As you're well aware, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you can get it. And also, just a reminder for all the backers from In Demand that bought the Grim Reaper 1, it's supposed to be getting here this coming week from the printer. So once we get it, as soon as we get it, we'll ship them out to you as well. So yeah, we'll get those taken care of soon as well. And then the next perk is Hades, is $10. This is a kind of a super pack of PDFs, which will include the Grim Reaper 2 plus the spin-off story that ties into the Grim Reaper universe, if you will. You know what I mean? With different characters that are part of Manfred's life, of the Grim Reaper's life. And it basically, I'll give you a quick synopsis of what the spin-off story is. This story is about an object, an ancient article that the Grim Reaper has, an ancient, what do you call it? Yeah, it's just basically an ancient object that allows you to live so long as you have it on. You know what I mean? No matter what happens to you. The Grim Reaper was good friends with Rasputin of Russia, the Mad Monk, the wizard. And when Manfred found out that his friend was fatally ill, decided to come and warn him about it. They had an arm wrestle competition for, as a bet that Rasputin said that he could beat the Grim Reaper, and the Grim Reaper said that if he would beat him, then he would give him the medallion that would allow him to live and survives so long as he has it on. The Grim Reaper loses because Rasputin basically cheats, and he reluctantly gives him the medallion. And as you all know, in this is a real historical fact, during Rasputin's assassination attempt, like a lot of things happened. They shot this guy, they shot him, they poisoned him, they threw him in a frozen river, and they still didn't manage to kill him. So that's kind of how I'm playing with that. But in the end, they do manage to snatch the medallion, and they pass it on to Anastasia Romanov, who was the only, well, her and Alexander, they never found their dead bodies after they massacred that family. And so I'm playing with that, how she escapes with the medallion and what she does after that. And so that's a really cool story that ties into the Grim Reaper, because eventually the Grim Reaper will fall in love with her. So, and that's kind of going to be explaining how the children of the Grim Reaper came to be and all that stuff. So definitely it's a worthy read, because it will, kind of expand the universe more and so on.
Oh, very cool. Mogwai Centurion is asking, what's the featured perk? You guys did you post the featured perk?
We have not yet. We'll probably do that later. And I am pretty sure I know which one I'm going to do. So I'll say it later. Well, the one that gets pushed to the top.
You mean the stretch goal?
No. You can grab one of your perks and make it featured to be on the top, like so people can see it first.
Oh, right.
Like the best bang for your buck, usually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the next one is the Thanatos. It's $14 and is the physical copy. Now this time shipping will be cheaper everywhere, internationally and nationally. So the physical copy is going to be 14, again 36 pages, and far cheaper shipping than last time, because we kind of learned how it was this time around. So it will include the physical copy, and it's, like I said, is the Grim Reaper 2 is a really good addition to the collection of CG for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And you're not asking a lot for it either.
Yeah. And again, it will be the same quality as the first one, with the glossy cover and all that good stuff. And we got Vinny to thank for sharing with us his wonderful printer.
My pleasure, man.
Also, I think that Bean is our first backer, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Also, thank you, Michael Deacon, and thank you, Drew. We love you.
Cool beans. We got Rotan Glory in the chat. He said he wants the campaign link in the description. Now, I did put that in the description before this got rolling, but sometimes StreamYards just doesn't always come through properly.
It's in the chat too.
Yeah, I dropped it in the chat as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm just dropping it in the chat too.
Awesome, thank you, son.
Yeah, that same thing happened to me too the other day. I'm like, how come it didn't go through? And then I fixed it today.
Yeah, a lot of times after a stream is over, the entire description that I entered in will disappear. So I just re-enter it.
That's awesome. That's
it is. So StreamYard is not entirely reliable for that, but yeah, we'll be dropping those links in the chat for you guys.
Amazing, thank you.
Ryan Megas is in the house. What's up, my man?
Hey, Ryan.
Great to see you here. Hail Ryan Megas. Hail Drew. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Passion for Drawing is here. What's up, my brother? And yeah, we're just pimping out Grim Reaper 2 here, taking a look at the tiers at the moment.
We pimping.
What's our next tier here, John?
So the next one is Sharon, is the PDF Super Pack. Basically, it will include the Grim Reaper 1, the Grim Reaper 2, and the spin-off copy in PDF form. For all of those digital backers, this is the one you want to get if you missed out on the first one, and of course it will include the other two. So really good deal, $15. That's all. Yeah,
definitely.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. The next one is Cerberus, which is my favorite character ever from the Greek mythologies, the three-headed dog of Hound of Hell. You know what I mean? This copy, this is $25 for the 2 physical copies. So the spin-off plus the Grim Reaper 2. And again, remember that this time the shipping will be lower than last time. So it's a really good price for 2 books, and for 2 really good quality books, same quality as the first issue, with the glossy cover and with the beautiful interior art and all that.
Yes, exactly. And we also wanted to change a little bit instead of doing staple books, we're gonna do the perfect bound book. So I love that, and I didn't know how that was called. Like, I like that flat part in the book, but I don't know how to call it. And now I know it's perfect bound. Now I know how to act.
Yeah.
So,
And that the quality is really outstanding because I have a sample copy of I guess the soft cover for Through the Woods. I had to get the sample just in case because I don't know what my campaign was going to do. But luckily it looks like it is going to hit the hardcover. But yeah, the perfect bound you're going to love. It is.
yeah.
It's gorgeous the way they did it.
Yeah, we follow the beanie path.
That's a good path to follow.
I love the beanie bat. Yeah.
Very zen.
And all right, and then the next one is the Inferno Super Pack. This one is a really good deal because it is a $30 for the 3 physical copies. Remember that right now in this one, we start giving out the variant cover for the Grim Reaper 1. You know what I mean? We kind of get in touch. If it's a first time backer, then maybe they want that one cover that you see on the screen. But if it's the second time somebody's back in the project, then they might want the variant cover. So that will be an option there for the person. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's $30. Like I said, top quality for these books, and 2 of them are 36 pages, and the spin-off is a little shorter. We haven't really gotten to the page count yet because we're kind of still rearranging panels and pages and so on and so forth. I'm gonna be a little shorter for sure, but it's still a great read, and it's still a really good price for 3 books. So
Cool, man. Yeah, absolutely. And might I suggest you make this your featured tier?
maybe let's see if I got something better down there.
Oh, okay. Let's check it out.
All right, now this is where we start giving out cool stuff. You know what I mean? We have a T-shirt here, including a pinup, a sexy pinup. As you all know, we love those. And then the physical copy of the Grim Reaper 2 plus the spin-off. We really want people to read the spin-off because it's a great story, but also it ties in really nicely to the overall story arc of these characters and who they are and where they come from. So I think it's really important to read that one too, just as important as it is to read the Grim Reaper 1 and 2, because it's all part of the same universe. And I think what we're doing is we're expanding it, like throwing in there more characters that are going to get eventually their own solo stories, their own solo adventures, and their own solo story arcs and character arcs. So I think it's important to really push for all of them to be acquired, because if you're a collector and if you like the story and if you like the characters and if you like the projects, you definitely want to get all of them. We have some really cool stuff, and also we're giving out a T-shirt and a pinup for this one. This one is Purgatorio, is $60.
Oh, very cool. So far, so good. I'm liking this.
All right.
And everyone be sure to check out the art as we scroll by.
Absolutely. What's different about this one is that we're including a sketch, plus a pinup, and of course the 2 physicals. What I wanted to make featured the $60 one, but this one is also a really good one. $75, you get all of that, and yeah, it's a really good deal. Original art, pinup, and sketch. And also we forgot to mention that the T-shirt is also included in this tier as well. So it's only what, $10 more, and you get the T-shirt and the sketch, the original sketch, the pinup, and the 2 physical copies.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nice. Yeah, you're right. I've changed my mind on the featured tier.
Well, it's because we got more merch and some really cool things that we wanted to do with the characters and for the projects, and I think that it will be cool for people to have that as well. Okay,
yeah, absolutely.
Here we get to the free shipping. Everything after $100 is free shipping. So the 5 Rivers physical issue of 2, physical copy of the spin-off, plus the pinup. And also you get to be a drawing in the book. You get to be a character in the book, and you also will get a sketch. And did I mention the pinup? Yes, I did. And that one, that is $150. This is a really good price for a drawing. Remember, you will get to be a character in this amazing book, and you will also get to be named. You know what I mean? You also you will know who it is.
Right.
It will call out to you. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool, and that's a good price for a drawing.
Mm-hmm.
But don't go overboard with the names, please.
Yeah.
No
One-
weird names, please.
Or weird.
Just a
Nothing
little.
too goofy. They're reserving the right to say you're going to have to change that.
I don't know if I agree. I mean, the Grim Reaper is called Manfred, for God's sakes. You know?
What if it's Captain Buttplug? Do you really want that?
Okay, well, okay, I guess we'll draw a line somewhere there. All right, so here we get to the Grey Sisters, who, by the way, will also play a role in future books. The Grey Sisters, for those of you who don't know, are the predecessors of the Grim Reapers, of the Grim Reaper entity as a whole. They were in charge of deciding who lives and who dies and who was mortal and immortal. And there will be also a character, not in this book, but in coming books. So I'm starting to kind of plant the seed in people's minds as to what's coming. This one is $200. And it includes a commission plus the physical copies of the 2 books and a sketch and the pinup. So this commission, can be anything you want. It can be characters from the book, or just original art, or just something that you have in mind. We did sell one very interesting one. We did one for a backer. I think we've actually turned it in yesterday or the day before. He was a pot lawyer, so he was very interesting with his request. That's all I will say. Yeah, and it's $200 free shipping.
Awesome. Well, real quick, we got Black Daddy, Peter Charon, and Shay Zombie joining us in the chat. Thanks for coming, you guys.
Fantastic.
Mikey Woods is saying one weird name.
Just one.
One more weird name. Alrighty, so what's going on in the Necromancer?
All right, so the Necromancer.
Actually, before you get started, I really like this page over here.
Yeah, it's a really good interior art. So the Necromancer will have a physical issue of the spin-off and the physical copy of the Grim Reaper issue 2, and you will also be in the book, and you also get a commission. So you get a commission plus a drawing, plus a T-shirt, plus the 2 books. And we're always throwing in the pinup anyways, you know what I mean? Because we order so many of them, why not? Might as well just hand them out. They were super fun, and everybody loves them anyways. So if we didn't include the word pinup in the little picture thing, don't be afraid. It will most likely be there. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's a really good price for all the things that we're giving out for them.
Sexy ladies save the world.
Yes, they do.
Hell, sexy ladies.
With
They
all
save the
guinea
boners.
pad.
Very cool. You guys really got your act together here.
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta tell you.
I promise we're not drunk at all.
Not yet.
Not yet, at least. Yeah. I mean, this is a party after all, right?
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm working on it.
All right. All right, then this is our final tier. We promise it's not a risky perk at all to get. You know what I mean? We just kind of wanted to keep it mysterious for all the backers, for the lovers of mystery out there. This is Pandora's box. You don't know what you're going to get, basically.
If you're drunk, you can back this.
Yeah.
If you're sober, you can back this.
Yeah.
That would be even more brave.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to scare you away from it, but no, it's a really good perk. Look,
We should have called this the white drug tier.
Right.
The schemes and scams tier. No.
So this perk will have basically it's free shipping, but you don't know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get books and merch, but you don't know which ones, and you know what I mean. We will throw in there a lot of surprises for you.
We're not gonna put like burned pieces of our house or anything. Like we're gonna put good merch.
Or are we?
Don't worry.
That's very cool. It kind of reminds me of the Renaissance Fair in my area. They used to have this thing called Trust the Pirate. There was a pirate ship with pirates who sold, weapons and shields and helmets, that kind of thing. And at the end of every week, they would have an auction called Trust the Pirate, and they'd show you one thing. And you had to basically trust that, if you're throwing out the big bucks that they're asking for, that one thing's going to turn into more. And gradually they reveal what, more and more and more. And by the end of it, like, you got so much crap that like it was just a ridiculous bargain.
Yeah. That's kind of what this will look like. For sure, it will be something that is worth the price. But yeah, and it will be a really good one for collectors or anybody who owns a comic book store and things like that. Plus, you get all this merchandise that we're trying to make and all that. So
Right? Yeah, I think Mikey Woods has it here. He says, if you have money, you can back this.
That's right. Yep.
yeah, and then so this is pretty much the campaign. What it looks like. A lot of those are just final images of interior art. Some of them are work in progress, but we're definitely working towards the end of it. So you will have some really cool new characters in here. The Green Reaper will finally get his horse, the one I wanted to give him in the issue 1, but it didn't really feel kind of organic to put in there. Now it does, and I love him. The horse is a really good addition to the story and to the action.
Nice.
The horse, he does have a name, but everybody calls him Smokey because he's basically just always in flames and engulfed in this eternal fire. And he can breathe fire too, like a dragon. So it's a really powerful being too.
That is cool.
Absolutely.
And he can talk.
And he can talk. Yeah.
That is very cool. Do you guys have stretch goals in mind for the campaign?
We do that. We do have some stretch goals in mind. We were looking into. I don't know if I should say it. I mean, if
Why
Carla,
not?
If Carla beats me up, I'll take it. So we were thinking
You'll like it. Just a bit.
I would love it.
Hey!
Ew.
Woo! Now it's a party!
We were thinking about trying.
Okay.
Sorry.
I don't know if you guys have recently been into comic book stores, but they've really been catching my attention lately. And I don't know if it's just me, but I'm really starting to dig acetone covers. I think they're acetate covers. I mean, sorry, not acetone. What the fuck am I talking about? Cocaine here? But acetate covers, they're really nice. They really look cool. You know what I mean? And we want to do that. So that's gonna be a stretch goal.
Yeah, but we're still figuring out.
Yeah,
like,
we're still figuring out where to get them from. We don't know if it's gonna be Canada or China, but
that's an idea we have.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a really good idea that I think it's gonna be one of the stretch goals for sure.
Well, remember, start small. I mean, those covers get very, very expensive. I know those crazy ones. So,
We do.
yeah, keep your eye on everything. Make sure your finances are the proper way before you make any announcements on it.
Yes, that's very true, Vinny. That's why, like, it will be a stretch goal, but a very high stretch goal. You know,
Right.
and more, and we do that. No. It should be like a lot more. So no, it's just an idea. That's why we didn't put anything there. We're just telling you our ideas.
Yeah. just like friends, because
Right. Of course.
you guys are VIP to us.
But
So
thank you for that.
yeah, but we follow the Vinny path.
Absolutely. Again, this is the way.
The Boner King is developing a religious following.
Yep.
Yeah, like I imagine Vinny like a religious leader, like with
Uh-oh.
books on the
Game
Wait.
over.
Do not say that in Comics Gate.
Started well.
I'll tell you one thing
Sorry,
though.
Vinny.
If I had some kind of religion, it would be like nothing but hot women everywhere. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the window art
stick.
people. Yeah.
Suddenly, everyone's back on board.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and if you go back down below to the one right below it, this one, there you go. As you all know, I always like to include like historical characters in things that happen. This one is the notorious serial killer, the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez. So very interesting character. He is under mind control. The whole time he was under mind control by one of the Grim Reaper's lost son. His name is Rage, and he is really evil. He might be behind some of the things that are happening in the plot, and he just really can tell the difference between the Grim Reaper's job and just straight up evil and you know what I mean, destruction and things like that. So that's really where he goes wrong, and why the Grim Reaper kind of just vanquishes him, because he can't really control him anymore, because his dream from early age was to just kind of be like his father, but he really misunderstood the whole thing. He thought that the Grim Reaper was all about just killing and death, but he didn't really understand that it was about balance and giving everybody a fair chance and things like that. So he went overboard, and he was pretty much behind most of like I don't know if you guys remember this, but during the 80s and the 70s and things like that, there was like that was the big thing, right? It was serial killers. They seem to be everywhere, especially in California.
Oh
and
yeah,
I'm kind of blaming him for that one.
nice. That's cool. Yeah, I love how you incorporate the historical aspects into your stories, man. That's just I love that stuff.
Yeah, man, so good.
We got Dark Gift Comics presents in the chat. He says he's taking his mom out for his birthday, but he's listening while driving. Thanks for stopping by, my friend.
Nice, man.
Lakeem Amir is here. What's up, my friend? This fella is actually working on fan art for me for one of my characters, and I just thought that was really cool because I've never experienced that.
Oh wow, man! Congrats.
That's an artist right there.
I received the updates from Red Gaze project, and wow, it's looking amazing. Yeah, I love the art.
Thank you. Yeah, didn't want to really steal the spotlight there, but I just wanted to point out this fine man here is an artist and he's doing good work. So yeah, just keep him in mind if anybody's looking around. I don't know actually if he's doing commissions, but hey, why not? Never hurts to ask, right?
Right.
And guys, I got to drop, but I wanted to wish you guys all the luck and best of luck and everything. Great show, great launch. Looks like that you're already halfway to funding, so I don't give this very much longer to be getting fully funded. So yeah, but I got to drop because I got to go and get some sleep. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning, so yeah. But love you guys. Thanks for having me on, Red. Sorry I got to bounce out a little early, but
no, you're all right, man. Thanks for coming.
Yep.
Yeah, lots of love, brother.
Yep, you too. Yep. Sim, good seeing you. Vinny, always a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You know it.
Yep. Carla, John, love you guys. We'll see you later. Go back these books.
Take care, Nick.
Later.
All right, we also got Adam AF in the chat. What's up, my friend? Thanks for
Adam.
stopping by. Love Adam. Oh, the Kim says it's done. Cool. We'll check that out then. Thank you very much for that, by the way. Appreciate that. That's just it's an odd feeling, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But a welcome one. But let's take a look at what you got going on here. Yeah, sorry, my computer's moving a little bit slow today.
Oh, no worries.
You gotta slap it around a bit. Tell it who's boss.
Yeah, well, I didn't give it a name yet. I guess I could name it like Sally or something. Just slap that bitch around.
Sure.
Listen to me, it's bam, straight to the nose.
Call it Lauren.
No, I don't want that trash in my house. But so you're up to 5 backers, $273 so far.
Cool.
Thank you,
All
everybody.
5 backers.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Vinny or Simon, you guys got any question for the Team Grim Reaper here?
No. What I have is just nothing but praise. I think these two they're amazing. One of the best teams in Comicsgate. They're the nicest people. Their projects are so damn good. They're already onto their second one. That's incredible. Yeah, back this now. Don't wait. This is what it's about. It's friends. It's family. I say that jokingly and I laugh because someone made a mistake and thought that Carla and I were brother and sister. So now we're playing that up all the time.
Now it's bro and sis.
That's right. John's my brother-in-law.
That will make me more proud, man.
Well, my brother is the leader of a cult. That's nice, right?
Well,
Now, it started as just an innocent religious movement. Now it's a cult.
Yeah, the boy.
Full on.
Yeah, sorry, bro.
Keely Chow's in the chat says, slap it around like it owes you money. That's right.
yeah. Like the hoe owes you money.
But awesome. Yeah, if you guys haven't backed this yet, if you got some money in your pocket, go ahead and back this right now. Let's get them over the goal.
That's right.
And keep on pushing forward. So could you give us a recap of what happened in Grim Reaper 1? Those who might have missed it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So the Grim Reaper.
Get the issue 1 in it. God damn it.
Good, Stephen, good.
You have to catch him on that one. He tried.
Yeah, guys, there's a perk with the issue 1. So.
Oh yeah, there's actually more than one perk with both physical and PDF copies. So yeah, it's still there, still available, hasn't died out. And by the way, if you did back the first one, you get an option to get a variant cover for this time around. So if you already have the one book from the previous campaign, you can get the Grim Reaper 1 with a variant cover this time. So in the Grim Reaper 1, basically what happens, I wanted to kind of play around a little bit with the idea of death and this entity called the Grim Reaper, as we all know. He reaps the souls of people basically and takes them to the afterlife. He's the angel of death. But this time he's actually a human. He was a human before who dies and basically gets offered this job as a way out of hell, basically as a way out of punishment. So because he was a soldier, he was a German soldier from World War One. He was a pilot, the Red Baron. He gets shot down, and Azrael, the previous angel of death, visits him and tells him that if he wants, he can get a second chance and not going to hell as punishment for his sins and so on and so forth, if he accepts and takes the mantle of the Grim Reaper, and he does. We fast forward to the present day where he has actually a family, he has children, and he lives a normal life. Just basically, he's still doing the Grim Reaper job. He takes the souls of people who die, but he's also very humane. He's also very he's kind of a good person. Even though he has that responsibility and that kind of job, we see him as the hero of the story. But the conflict ensues when there is this scientist who's really traumatized by death. He lost his mother, and he sees death as a disease that he can cure. So they practice the cryonics, which is basically that when you die, you can pay to be frozen, kept frozen in ice. And he finally finds a way to basically bring a dead person back to life by attaching somebody's head into somebody else's body. And he does that, but instead ends up creating kind of an abomination, kind of a Frankensteinian monster that escapes his control and so on and so forth. So the Grim Reaper, not really knowing what to do, because this is the first time that humans pull something like this off, goes to purgatory and kind of asks for guidance to his predecessor, and the predecessor, who's really doesn't understand the human side of the Grim Reaper, kind of tells them, don't ignore the ancient laws or whatever, and just go and do your job. Just kind of go and punish the humans. And that's pretty much where the conflict ensues. Then we follow also the storyline of the children of death and how they disobey his father orders and just kind of do whatever they want, because they're also very powerful creatures. Of course, they are the sons and daughters of death itself. So yeah, it's a pretty neat concept. I took death like through the hero journey. I take death because he's such a cool character to play with. Through like different time periods, we'll see like he has some interactions with Dracula even, and yeah, so it's a really cool book. It was a really cool project to work on, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the summary of the story, what happens. And if you want to find out more about it, definitely back the perk with issue 1 in it, because issue 1 officially was kind of retired today from the Indiegogo campaign, although they did tell me that it will take like 3 days, but I'm not sure. I don't really promise that if you back that campaign, the funds will come through or anything. I really don't know anything about that, but
right.
but I did shut it down today. The Grim Reaper 2, however, will have an option to get the Grim Reaper 1 with a variant cover if you already did get that one, or with the normal skull cover that you see there, which is and we'll be keeping you updated about more about the project.
Very cool. So if you want to get book 1, book 2, and the Curse of the Medallion, that is the Inferno pack, correct?
Yes, sir. That's the Inferno pack. Is the physical super pack, the 3 copies.
Just making sure. Sometimes I'm a little bit retarded.
No, don't worry.
You use the R word.
I did. I should probably stop doing that. I'm trying to get monetized. But okay, we got Hail Caesar Caligula in the chat. What's up, my friend? We have Deadwood Dale. How's it going? Fenrir Fire is joining us as well. We're here to celebrate the launch of Grim Reaper 2, everybody. If you're just joining us, We're here with Carla and John. We're just talking Grim Reaper, man.
That's
But
weird.
real quick, Vinny has also launched a project. Would you like to speak on this for a minute, Vinny?
Sure, yeah. This is Through the Woods, the collected edition. This is a story about an investigative journalist, Laura Langley, who inherits this property in upstate New York. And she finds out that the land that she now owns used to be a loggers camp. And 100 years ago, there was horrible events that happened. And there's actually a bit of a haunting going on. And she kind of accidentally reawakens a restless spirit. So, yeah, this is the collected edition of the 3-issue miniseries. It's 96 pages. There's a ton of beautiful artwork. My brother Frank wrote the story. I did all the artwork, all the lettering, you name it. It's all in there. So this edition is going to have a cover gallery, layout gallery. I just added Kelsey Shannon art piece. That's going to be in the gallery section as well. It's right here. This beautiful piece. He won an art contest on drawing my characters through the woods that War Campaign actually hosted, which was an amazing night. Great people were involved. Sim did a beautiful, beautiful piece. Yeah, I mean, Canales, Joe Ball, everybody kind of like jumped in on this, and I was kind of blown away by it. So I figured, let me do something special. I figured whoever was going to win it, I was going to surprise them and actually have this in the book. Kelsey was super happy hearing that, and he actually even made a little like 30-second promo for me, which is hilarious. But yeah, so this book is going to be the book to get. I have some very simple tiers as well. I mean, you can get the book itself for $35. For $40, it's signed by my brother and myself. For $200, you get a beautiful rendered drawing with your signed book. I think I just want to make something really cool for everybody. And if we hit the 10 to 12K mark, this book is going to get upgraded automatically to a hardcover. And yeah, at 12K, the size will also increase on the book. So it's going to be 8.5 by 11. Like Lola said, that's a perfect size. Lola. So yeah, I mean, if you're into ghost stories, hot chicks, stories of redemption,
Fighting bears.
Yeah, there's a fight with a bear in here. There's a lot of cool action.
Did I induce people in error saying that she would kick ass? I hope not. Right?
Say that again.
That she kicks ass in that comic.
Well, she's not really a fighter in this.
Oh, damn! I was trying.
Does that look like a fighter to you?
But
sorry about my fan art then.
No. Your fan art was awesome. I think that's the inner Laura. That's the one who really wants to come out and do the action. But
that's what's happening in her head.
Yes. But yeah, no, I think everyone will really enjoy this. It's a very gratifying book as well. By the time you get to the end, we did put elements in the story where things, there's emotional connection, I think, with the characters. So when stuff kind of goes awry, you do feel it. You get upset, but in the end, I think all is kind of put in place where it needs to be.
Awesome. So yeah, if you haven't jumped on this yet, running over and back through the woods, I'll get the link in the description, but also in the chat here shortly. And Simon,
so, I just have a question about that book.
Right.
That lumberjack. That looks like a Canadian lumberjack. Am I right?
Oh, here we go.
This is upstate New York.
He didn't migrate from Canada.
He kind of looks like me, but taller.
Yeah, he's a beast. This guy's huge. His name's Jack Lombardo. He's Italian. He's not French.
Okay, I'm done with the jokes. I'm good.
Simon, I know we kind of live in a fantasy world here most of the day, a lot of times, but you got to come out of it every once in a while.
Okay.
But hey, I think it's great. Sim wanted to envision himself as the lead character. That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll take it as a compliment for sure.
But you
Hell,
don't
brother.
have to come out of that fantasy just yet. Before you do, let's talk about Blood Hunt a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a cool book. Who does that? Oh, me.
I think it's a lumber. I think a lumberjack drew this.
Wait. I could hear Simon stroking himself moment by moment.
So yeah, Blood Hunt. That's the story of Vincent, the most badass assassin vampire in comics. And I did say assassin vampire and not vampire assassin. I think there's a difference, right?
What's the difference?
Oh,
But he's an assassin that's also a vampire. He's not somebody that just goes and hunts vampires.
right.
Gotcha.
He's a hitman. He's just a vampire too.
That's awesome.
You know, like he's not a superhero.
He's just
A
super.
really cool anime. Like it reminds me of Trigun or something like that.
But
Yeah.
that cover there, it's actually made to be an homage to Trigon. It's the Trigon pause. It's the Vash the Stampede.
Yeah, like it
Yeah.
has this Trigun swag. You know, I like it. I like it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's killer.
Thanks.
He's a killer.
I'm a big fan of it, of Trigon and that type of presentation and designs. I like it a lot. Helsing.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the design you did too, and his jacket is just so freaking cool.
Thanks. And one of the things that I thought I didn't know what I was doing in the beginning, right? But those belts on his stomach that makes like the plating, the three skulls shot that makes an animated skull from normal to pissed to yelling. If you actually pay attention to his the belt there, the three skulls.
Mhm.
One's the one's normal, one's mad. You see the eyes getting mad, and the last one he's mad and screaming.
Nice.
So I'm trying to find a good shot.
Just go down on the post the exclusive print.
Simon, don't ever tell me to go down again.
Go down.
Okay, is it all the way down?
Lower.
Oh Jesus! It's getting out of hand.
Yeah, there you go. Just a bit lower. There you go. You see it properly right there.
Oh,
Whoa. See?
there we go.
See the big eyes, then he gets upset and it's screaming.
Yep. And then in his vest, right?
Yep. On the body armor that he has. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, his day starts that he's a normal human, secretly dating the boss of his daughter, and gets sent to a job that ends up being a setup for him to die to be the launch of an ancient vampire. But,
Hold on. He's dating the boss of his daughter, not the daughter of his boss, right?
oh, I messed it up, did I? The daughter of his boss. There you
I don't
go.
know. I'm paying attention now because of the whole vampire.
Yeah, because usually I say boss's daughter. I probably missed the S in between.
Well, there could be a prequel story there.
Buy the book and you'll find out. So, anyways, finds out that it's an elder ancient vampire. He somehow survives it. But, do you call it being dying and turn to a vampire surviving? Well,
Yeah,
you'll
more or
find
less.
out. You'll find out.
if you're still kicking, I consider you to have survived.
Yeah. So he's hell bent on getting revenge, but at the same time discovers that there was a world hidden in plain sight right in front of his eyes that he never saw before. A whole bunch of supernatural creatures, different type of vampires, and discover that there's a whole bunch of different set of rules about bloodsuckers. And one of them is you're not supposed to be drinking other supernatural and vampire blood, but that's what he decides to do because he doesn't want to hurt humans for no reason other than if he's getting paid for it. So it's a bloodbath from page 1 to page 69.
Oh.
Yeah, the 69 page of story, Yeah, going all the way, guy. So you were talking about going down. There's no downer than 69.
I was talking about not going down, Sim.
Hey, knocking off another notch.
Damn.
You
All
want
right,
me to
well, that's enough about Blood Hunt.
You want to see do you want me to show the werewolf page?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Bingo. This is where my two wolfpack backers went. They get transformed into werewolves.
That is a really cool shot right there.
Wow.
Dude, impressive. Most
Most
impressive.
impressive.
So this is going to be a big double page spread. And this is where you meet this little lady right there. That sexy lady that you've seen in, in posters. So yeah, Blood Hunt. Not showing too much because Adam's going to want to kill me.
He's gonna slap you around like Red should be slapping his
But-
computer around.
Since we've been working on the script and you've seen the entire book, you used to give me shit that I was showing too much, but you understand that everything I've shown doesn't tell you nothing about the story. Like it's a big, payback action bloodbath, but in it, I weaved in like a story, right? And I'm trying to stay as much away as I can from them. That's why I remember like one of the first things that is like, hey, who's that person? Who's that person? I'm not talking about them.
Yeah, that's right.
On the mail-in show, I was like, I'm not talking about them.
Yeah, you guys are super good at like summarizing your stories and stuff. I just pretty much give the whole plot away.
It took me a long time to get used to this.
it took us all a long time.
Yeah.
and I'm about to. So
I don't remember
Yeah.
the live stream I was watching, but Sim was asked to pitch his comic, and he like literally said a sentence.
And that's all.
That's incredible.
Yeah. No, you guys, but the other thing you guys got going is both Through the Woods and Blood Hunt have just the most amazing art ever.
Thanks. I
Thanks,
appreciate it.
They look really cool, man.
I've
It's
been
crazy.
busting my ass really hard on that.
You can tell all this, like a lot of the CG projects that I'm seeing this year
Mhm.
have so much quality. It's,
You can tell it to hard work there.
yeah,
Hours and hours.
a lot of passion for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Pain and neck pain.
But that's one of the things that we're discussing, me and Vinny, one day. It's the fact that one of the best part about what we're doing right now, it's we're getting a chance of being like mixing the both of American comics and European. And what I mean by that, it's not in style or storytelling. It's more about the format of the book and the distribution of it.
Mhm.
Meaning that before the American comics medium is the fact that you have to lay out a page every day or two, and you have to hurry up, get it out as many as you can, at least 12 a freaking year, and sometimes you'll have like 2 month break, a 2 issue break where you have a fill-in artist, right?
Mhm.
The European model is you get at least one book a year, and you get a year to work on that piece of shit. Right?
They're
You get a full
masterpieces.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can correct this. You can go. You can go. Oh, I'm not sure, so I'll put it aside. I'll come back to it. Get the best shot I can. Redraw that panel 10 times if you want. That's where we are with CGs. That we're in a perfect middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to put out the best at the highest quality.
Mhm.
So yeah, sometimes there is a bit of a wait. Other times, like if you could get things done beforehand, I always suggest that to people. Launch when your book is almost done or just about finished.
Mhm.
It's going to be better for everyone,
And
and that way you can fulfill quickly.
And Adam will tell you, and Red knows too. I've redrawn Blood Hunt 3 times in all to get it to this point.
Oh yeah.
This is the third. Yeah, I've reworked that book like many times
Oh, I hear
just
you,
to
man.
make sure to bring it to that. People are paying $25 a book. They're gonna get a graphic novel.
Oh yeah.
They're not getting like a comic that's just like quick.
they're not getting Marvel quality, is what you're saying.
No,
Yeah.
they're getting 90s quality. Remember Image?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, when Image was good.
yeah. Early Image was the bomb.
Yeah. They weren't the biggest American novels, but they were freaking great to read and entertaining. Come on.
Yeah,
Pit.
that's for sure.
Pit was cool. Wildcats was fun. Which one were your favorites?
Yeah, Wildcats was good. I got in early on that one. Spawn, of course.
Oh yeah, Spawn's my favorite.
Yep.
Toddy Mac.
Yeah, I was really like Wildcat and Spawn. but I did like Savage Dragon, but the first miniseries. That's it.
Yeah, same here. I only like Larson back then, and in the very beginning. I think that guy just turned out to be a total piece of shit. But
Yeah, and his art too.
yeah, and his art just kept getting worse and worse. Todd was always amazing. Capullo, when he jumped on, I became a bigger fan of Spawn from there.
Fuck
But
yeah.
I liked a lot of Top Cow books as well. Early Michael Turner stuff was really amazing.
Yeah,
Mark
Witchblade.
Silvestri.
I was a big fan of the Darkness. Come on.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
I own the entire series. It's
Yeah, man. Yeah, and Joe Benitez when he jumped on the book too.
yes.
Beautiful stuff. But yeah, man. Yeah. There's so much great stuff, and I think we are. I think we're becoming better than what Image was. What we're building up right now, because there is just so many creators, and we're all connecting. We're connecting with each other. We're connecting with fans.
It's like Art said once. Is you were saying it the other day? I think the fact that the biggest difference between Image back then and what's happening in the CG, he's never seen people helping each other so bad.
Yeah.
That's a great point. That
Being
is
supportive, yeah.
because you usually see like a lot of envy and jealousy in industries like this, but CG is different because like everybody treats each other like trying to uplift each other out because if one person does good, the rest do well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah, absolutely. El Gargoyle,
Yeah.
I think we've all been there.
It's okay to fap to cartoons. It's okay. Rob Zombie made a song about it. It's okay.
Legalize it.
We just don't agree with robosexuals yet. You can ask Farnsworth for that. It's not my fault.
Oh, man.
So yeah, go back Grim Reaper 2
Yeah.
now,
Do it.
and please grab the pack with the 3 books.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And also back to those other wonderful projects, Blood Hunt, Through the Woods, everything featured today. Just big quality everywhere, man. Just quality. And Red, when are you launching your book too?
Oh, hold on.
I'm going to be launching somewhere between the end of February and the beginning of March. That's the goal.
All right, then I look forward to that too.
Do you guys want to see the first page of Demona fully colored?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, guys, if you want to support indie creators, this is the time to do it. CG is starting strong. It's starting the year strong, and couldn't be happier to be part of it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. This is going to be a good year for everybody that's not Marvel, DC, Image, or anti-CG.
That's right.
This is the first page of Demona.
Nice.
Very cool. And this is going in CG Jumpstart. Is that correct?
Nope.
No?
Nope. It's not going into CG Jumpstart. It's going into its own little campaign.
Oh.
Mid 2020. And remember that guy I used to talk about a lot that started my comic book thing with Turner and everything called the Wool Dragon?
Yes.
Remember how, we all discussed that he should come back? Well, he is.
Oh.
And Demona's part of it. And this is the pretty Demona.
That's a beautiful piece.
You have the Spirit of Destiny here, and you have the rifle from Vestige.
Awesome.
And here you have a little wink to some friends. See, look. I'll zoom in.
Yeah.
Doom Fate. Sun Shu. You have, what's that? I don't remember what it was. Here you have the 3 times death. Death. And this is what she's going to look like when she's going to get into demon form. And you were talking about Cerberus, right?
Yes. There he is.
Oh, look.
Wow.
For you.
Yeah, man. Dude, every time I see this, you just keep doing more and more beautiful stuff with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail in it.
But don't get too enthusiastic with that. Just furry shit.
Heard it here. Carlos said,
The fair amount of love to Cerberus, not much
Yeah.
more.
Trust me.
Just one hit.
She's not gonna kill him. Cerberus likes her a lot.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I just try to be like to go in a different path where if you notice one has a more of a wolf head, one has
Yeah.
more like a rut or bulldog type of head, and more of a canine type of head. Three
Yeah.
type of different dogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was different from what we usually see.
Hmm. Yeah, it's always fun to reimagine historic or mythological characters like that. I mean, that's
Mhm.
really what the Grim Reaper is all about, and what the Grim Reaper universe is really all about is about reimagining things that are from ancient cultures and things like that, and it's kind of giving it their own modern spin, if you will.
Well, it's one of the reason and one of the biggest inspiration behind the entire wolf dragon mythos, like the world. It was
Yeah.
remember what they did in Gargoyles.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The fact that every myth, every legend, technically every god were there. Everything was just mixed, and they were just making it work. Like you had Shakespearean myths. You had King Arthur. You had it was great.
Oh, dude, there was just so much beautiful stuff in there.
Yeah, when they opened up the island of Avalon, you're like, what?
Oh my god, yeah, that was like my favorite.
Yeah, with
You kill it.
Eldaron and dude.
Yeah,
The
they
night.
did all that stuff. There was Odin. Remember when that? Yeah,
Mhm.
that guy. I mean, so much great stuff. But yeah, if the story could be told in a great way and interesting, I think you could make all that stuff work.
And they did, and that was great.
So yeah, you know when passion is in there and when it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. I've always thought that like long-term sequels, like present-day sequels to like old mythologies and legends, would be really cool if done right. The problem is they haven't been done right. They're all like teeny bopper crap.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
and when they don't, they really go over the top with the language. There has to be a balance there because obviously, if you are like it pisses me off, and it's really a pet peeve that's kind of ridiculous when you hear it, but it pisses me off when they try to give these Greek mythology characters like that British, like that old British accent. Why? If anything, just go with Greek language then. You know what I mean? But
Right.
it doesn't make any sense, and it's just something so silly, and but it really takes me out of the movie a lot of times.
Yeah, I agree with you, and that's kind of the same problem that we're seeing, like in to go back to like Marvel Comics, for example. That's one of the big problems I have with them is like all the dialogue is like Mean Girl dialogue.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like they want all this diversity, they want all this representation, yet when you get it, they're all speaking like Valley girls. How does that make any sense at all?
Because
Doesn't.
that's the writers, and one thing though is that like a lot of times people in charge of these projects, not just in comics but in movies too, are people who are not fans of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like so a lot of times they inherit these wonderful franchises that they can do so much good with, but they shit all over them because they just don't care for them. If you get a true fan of something that already exists and you hand it to them, I'm sure they'll do a far better job.
Oh, agreed.
Oh,
Agreed.
That's
Yeah,
why. That's why, even though I know a lot of people are not, I'm actually kind of looking forward to that new Ghostbusters movie because I don't remember if it was the writer or the director is the son of the original director of the original movie. So that there's passion there.
yeah, the trailer for that looks pretty good actually. I was surprised. And yeah, that's one I'm actually looking forward to also. That's one of those things that like I was talking about before with the long-term sequels, that's one that I would watch.
Yeah.
There's been a couple like that, like Tron and what am I missing? Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
they're not as good as the originals, but they're definitely a lot better than these reboots we're seeing.
absolutely yeah.
And we get to see more original ideas because I mean it comes to a point where you're tired of seeing the same thing being remade over and over again.
But you need new stuff in between.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, let's try new stuff. Okay, the new stuff is starting to wear thin. Well, let's bring back the classic a little bit.
And
Okay.
ruin it and completely run it into the ground. That's the problem.
Yeah, but it used to work before. It used to be a little cycle. Like, you remember, you used to have like a. It's like before. It didn't used to be just one movie, media. Like, like Enterprise. It used to be like, well, you had the line for horror movies. They had their own lineup, their own type of budget. You had the same thing for the experimental sci-fi movies. That's where Star Wars started. It wasn't a big budget movie. It was considered an experimental movie.
Yeah.
It got licensed as an experimental movie.
Yeah.
So we used to have all of this. It was like just try new shit, like low budget, but let's try and push the limit. But now there's not that, because everybody wants to invest a lot of money to try and hit it big. Or if it doesn't work because they invested a lot of money, the insurance will make them make as much money, and if not more, if they would have been a bare hit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It got in a vicious cycle now. It's
Yeah. Well, I hope it changes because I really love a lot of those franchises. I really hope that they don't ruin a lot of the Marvel properties. Um, I think they were in good hands, but I'm starting to see that they're going a little bit SJW-ish, so it kind of has me worried there. But we'll see. For now, let's back the Grim Reaper because
Yep.
this is original stuff right here.
Where are they at now? Did they go up? Are they something? Do
No.
a goddamn refresh.
Calm down, Simon. Just calm down.
Now! Do it now!
I'm your titties.
We're still there, but hey, we're
How-
happy there in one day.
How dare you?
There's plenty of time still. There's plenty.
That's right. Halfway there in about an hour and like 15 minutes. That's
Yeah.
pretty damn amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't like in the last campaign we got $33 for like the first 10 days. So this is actually good. This is a win. Just remember, guys, the Grim Reaper is back. If you love the first issue, you're gonna definitely enjoy this one. It has a lot more action. Same passion behind the storytelling, same passion behind the art. Lot newer adventures, new characters. You can see here the Grim Reaper with the Mad Monk of Siberia, drinking vodka, getting drunk, singing Bonnie M's Rasputin song. It's all kinds of crazy. There's magic, there is drama, there's passion, there's love.
Lots of dead people.
There is lots of dead people because that's what the Grim Reaper is all about. And you will have some of the most amazing perks out there in Comicsgate. Very affordable. A lot of them with free shipping. Everything after $100, cheaper shipping than before, and you have the option to actually get 3 books in this campaign. The previous issue plus a spin-off story that ties in nicely to the whole Grim Reaper mythos and the story of his family and how it started. And the Grim Reaper will finally get his horse this time. It will take him through the gates of hell, and it will take him down to hell. We'll meet some of the rejects of the Grim Reaper's family and why they were vanquished into the underworld because they couldn't behave in the around normal humans. And the art speaks for itself, done by my wife Carla Tornilli, very talented artist. As you can see, lots of effort and blood, sweat, and tears put into this project. Back it, you won't regret it.
Yeah, for sure. It looks amazing. Optimus Deadpool's in the chat. He says, hey, fam. Optimus Deadpool, back this book right now.
Yep.
No, thanks for stopping by, brother. Appreciate you.
Great guy.
Yep.
Yeah,
Easy dude.
I don't know what it is about this page in particular, John and Carla, but I just
I
love
wonder if
that.
With this area.
Yeah, you'd like to be in this place.
This is hell, and this is the character. This is the immortal that gets sent to hell. She's the one that gets killed. She is a sin. So the sins in this universe are kind of like the demons that were fighting the original gods, which by the way are right here. Like we kind of mixed a lot of different mythology. Oh, I guess it didn't make it to the cut. All right. So well, anyways, you will see Zeus, you will see Thor, you will see Anubis, you will see like Egyptian gods, Nordic gods, Greek gods fighting against the sins at the beginning of time, and until they make a pact of no aggression, and they just kind of let them run wild, and that's why kind of the world has gone to shit. But this one right here represents lust. So this lady is all about the sex. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know
That's
what
why
you
you
mean.
like the page. See, told you.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Simon. We're talking
Soon
about
I will
sex.
update the pinup. Yeah, guys, soon I will update the pinups. I will do a couple ones, one for the spin-off, one for Green Reaper 2, maybe two, I don't know. And
Yeah, because we actually included a lot of sexy ladies in this. There is Lust, which is of course the lady that the Grim Reaper has to go find in hell because she's not supposed to be dead because she's an immortal. Then there is also Hope. That's her sister, another demon, another sin from the Greek myth of Pandora's box. She is a politician, but she is a really sexy politician, not the Hillary Clinton kind. The really good kind. Sarah Palin kind, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Oh, we know what we know.
Now, boy.
And the spin-off has Anastasia. And before I get any, I understand, but in this story, she's actually over the age of 18. All right, guys. So, in this universe, she's actually over the age of
we
18.
have a lot of discussions towards this because it's like, no, but she's underage. You can't draw her like that. And then no, but he's telling me like historical facts. Like at that time, they used to get married at that age, and no, but now they're gonna get you. Like they're gonna say you can't do that. So
Well, what I did is that she had a sister that they used to call the beautiful one. Her name I forgot. I think it was Natasha. So she's kind of like the personality of Anastasia, but in her legal age sister body. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how it works in this story.
John, stop digging that hole.
All right, yeah.
yeah, no, but like this time I'm gonna offer some variety with the pinups with the designs because we have in the first one we only had Themis. Like I think she was the only girl in the story,
Mm-hmm.
but now we have like 1, 2, 3, right? So I think I'm gonna do a pinup of each of them. And they have very different personalities, styles, and stories. So, for example, Lust, well, I guess I can get extra spicy there. Then, well, it depends. Like, I want to offer like different kinds of, like different degrees to call it.
Yeah.
You know, the degrees of,
sexiness.
Yeah, you can choose what you think. Or like maybe you like more like the sexy president secretary style.
Yeah, you have that. You have the politician Hope. She's kind of, she's a very important character of the story. She's kind of a villainous character though because she is a demon, but she means well because at the end that's her nature. She's Hope. And then you got Lust, which she's just a mess. She, like I said, she is in the very first page and doing some hanky panky. So if you're into that,
and who isn't?
Yesterday,
there is some good stuff there. And of course, Anastasia is going to be a princess on this one. So yeah, she's royalty and all that. So yeah, no, that lots of cool stuff, lots of cool characters and lots of cool action scenes and yeah, some spicy scenes too.
Nothing wrong with a little spice. Speaking of spice, Piper joined the chat. What's up, Piper? Thanks for stopping by. And let's see, what are you working on there, Simon?
I don't know. I just got inspired to do a little something. I don't know.
Oh,
Nice.
Just started like a few seconds ago. Starting to look like a Reaper or something, right?
Oh,
something.
I see how it is. All right.
Wow, nice.
That is looking good.
Wow.
Now, Simon, are you going to make this spicy?
Hope so.
Draw some chili next to him or something.
Well, wait a minute. What's going on there?
I said down.
Damn.
A little more than spicy.
The Grim Reaper's nothing but bone. So Vinny, watch out. You're gonna have.
So he's gonna have his big mug of beer here, right? With the brew. That hand going like this.
All right.
Oh no.
I don't know what.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
And this person is of age, of course.
He's always.
Hell. Nice.
Keep it classy.
Hey, it was just a joke. It's gone.
Oh.
This is not D Live.
Optimus Deadpool wants to know if there's any werewolves up in the Grim Reaper.
No, there's not werewolves, but there's a lot of other stuff there. There are demons. There are you will see some of the gods from Greek mythology, Norse mythology. There is wizards. There is magic, and there is laughing skeletons too. So
Oh, good.
that's something cool.
Well, yeah.
Oh, by the way, there are no monsters like that, but the Grim Reaper has a horse, and that horse is engulfed in flames all the time, especially when he gets angry, and he can actually breathe fire. So there's lots of cool scenes with that because
Like a dragon horse?
yeah, it's a dragon horse. He definitely kicks a lot of ass.
Very cool. We got Oni64 in the chat. What's up, my friend? Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. So yeah, we got a fire-breathing horse. We got Simon over here working on something was disgusting. Now it's looking pretty good.
They asking, babe, like, might not pass the Piper test without werewolves, like, and then Optimus Deadpool says, like, if I were to purchase the draw-in tier, could there be a werewolf?
In that case, of course.
I think so.
But I like to play with things a lot. So if you do back it that way and you want to be a werewolf, you're going to be a very special kind of werewolf. You know what I mean? Not a generic kind of werewolf like the ones you've seen before, but we'll play with your look a lot. So make sure to make sure that you can tell that it's you as well. You know. Oh, and by the way, if you missed out on this, the drawing perk also comes with a mention of you. So whatever scenes we put you in, because we usually don't just put you in a panel, we put you in a whole scene. They'll mention your name. You know what I mean? Whatever name you choose to have. You know, if you want to go with your real name,
whatever
fine.
name.
Well,
within reason. Within reason.
Like I said, you know, we'll work with you. But you know what I mean? We'll make sure to give you a shout out too. So pretty cool.
Now let me just address something here really quickly. Piper, the gays community is all inclusive. That of course includes werewolves, but that doesn't mean it's exclusively werewolves. We have to branch out. We have to be friends with any and all creatures, gays or straight. Black, white,
Vampires
yellow. It
too.
doesn't matter. Vampires, of course.
Yeah.
We cannot simply
And-
focus
and
on
ducks,
one
right?
creature.
Let's not forget the ducks.
Well, I don't know about ducks. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, ducks are welcome. Of course.
Yeah,
It's also the way they are written and how they work in the story, right?
yeah, of course. I mean, but you can make anything work. I mean, it's comics. You know, comics should be about that. Should be about doing whatever you want with them. You know, not of course you want to make it work so that it makes some kind of sense, right? But you know, you can. And what counts as a werewolf, anyways? Look, this guy could be a werewolf. You know, the ghost from Vinny's book can be a werewolf. You know.
Yeah, you simply sell it as that's a werewolf
That's
not transformed.
A lot of hair.
It's a werewolf in the human form.
Yeah.
There you have it. You never know what's lurking underneath.
Exactly.
Yep.
Nice.
Simon is working hard over here. We just got off Doodle and Chill, and he's still doodling.
He's fast. He's a lightning.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very fast.
You are fast, man.
Thank you. But when you look at it, it's very sketchy. But you get the idea.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
It's everybody can say it's the cleanup that takes more time usually.
Oh yeah, for sure. Those final touches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I got some good news, guys.
Because you kind of caught what the battle suit looks like, and we haven't much of that. But yeah, he's definitely wearing something different than the issue 1. Because in issue 1 he was just kind of having the black cloak, but this time because he's going to hell, he knows that there is a lot of people who freaking hate his guts down there, and that they're gonna come and get him. So he's wearing the battle suit because he knows he's going pretty much walking into danger. Because of course, because he's in charge of death. Everybody who died and went to hell blame him for it. So they'll come and attack him, and he will have to fight his way out of there too, which is by far my favorite part of the book. I don't think I've ever seen that in any comic, but yeah, the Green Reaper, death, fighting his way out of hell from all the bitter souls that he put down there. It's a pretty cool thing. It's a pretty cool idea, and I think Carla did a great job at capturing that, the action in that whole scene.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
man.
John, listen up. Optimus Deadpool just bought the drawn in tier. He would like Piper to be drawn as a werewolf.
All
and
right.
you are nearly at your goal.
Whoa. Thank you. Thanks a lot for
That's
for our backer.
nice.
Let's reload
Thanks a
this.
lot.
All right. Like I said, we'll
Am
make
I missing something? Does he have boots or something before I start cleaning
Yeah,
up a little bit?
who has boobs?
Boots.
Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, you can see his boots here.
Don't worry, John. Boobs are always on the
Yep.
front of my mind as well.
Yes.
Because boobs were on my site right now.
What do you think?
Yeah.
You know it's
wait,
in the
wait a
back of my
minute.
mind, right? Booty.
I thought it was a party, guys. Come on.
See, we caught Simon red-handed. He was drawing boobs on the Grim Reaper.
All right. Oh, but you know what? The Green
I
Reaper,
did no such thing.
yeah, the Green Reaper
Watch the replay.
is always it to be a woman in the Green Reaper, but and this time he's a guy. And he falls in love with a princess, a certain princess from Russia. So yeah, definitely get the spin-off too to find out more about that and how his children came to be, and where they come from.
Yeah, but it's very fun because she's in the edge of dying. Like she never dies, but she has this particular object that doesn't let her die.
Yeah.
So the Green Reaper is always like around her. So because of all that the time they share together, he ended up falling in love with her.
Yeah, he's a big old stalker in that one story arc because she never gets to see him, but he's always watching her and he's fascinated by her bravery and things like that. And he eventually, when they manage to snatch the thing out of her, he's like, "No, I'm not having this. I can't let her go." So he does something and she comes back as a vengeful spirit, and it's a pretty neat ideas that we have here. Here is a panel with the Romanovs getting murdered. But remember that she has a medallion that was kind of passed on to her by the friend of the family, the Mad Monk of Siberia, and she, she can't die so long as she is wearing it. So that's pretty much part of the big old plot there. Yeah, so definitely back it to find out more about it.
Yeah, I think that the best part of the spin-off, like I'm so obsessed with like Russian art. I don't know why, no idea why, just the art. But like I love the way that you wrote those characters. Like they were like very boring to me, but now they are so interesting. Like there's so much exciting stuff.
Yeah, and it was a moment of inspiration. It really was. It was one of those nights where I don't know. I drank like 3 Red Bulls, 4 Red Bulls, something like that. And
But how, like everything makes sense perfectly. Like how do you do that? Like it's so
So you
hard.
had 3 sets of wings, is what you're saying.
yeah, my favorite part for sure was the bar scene because I don't know where that came from. It was higher inspiration for sure. But the Grim Reaper just sits down with this Russian and he the Russian the Mad Monk Rasputin tells him, why don't you come and have a drink with me? This vodka is strong enough to make even the Grim Reaper drunk. And the Grim Reaper says, I doubt it. And then he takes one sip and then they're just singing to Bonnie M's music. So yeah. It's a pretty cool. It's a pretty cool story. It's a pretty cool shout out to all the Russians out there, Russians backers. Be watching this, definitely give it a shot.
But this is so fun because my husband dreams about his stories. Like he wakes up and has the whole like, baby, this is gonna be the 3rd campaign. Blah 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 blah. He has the whole story like perfectly. But the night before, he had no idea, nothing. He just dreams about that, and
That's a gift.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it must be awesome because he wakes up and he has everything figured out, and then he just writes, and it's so fun because like we're sleeping. Well, I wanted to kill him because I was sleeping like 2 a.m. and he's like, ha 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 ha, like laughing like crazy. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he just turns around and keeps sleeping. But that's because he dreams things that are so funny, and he's actually dreaming about all this stuff that maybe you laugh when you read it, but that's actually things he dreamed about and make him like crack up laughing.
Yeah, I do have some pretty funny, and you know the craziest thing is like I don't know if I have some kind of antenna or something that
It looks like, yeah.
But when I'm dreaming, sometimes I dream in foreign languages. I don't speak, but for some reason I know what language it was. You know.
Once he had a whole dream in German.
Yeah,
he doesn't speak German, but the dream was only in German.
I'm pretty sure it was in German or something like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. There's maybe inspiration comes from somewhere we don't know. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I mean, there's definitely something to dreams. I mean, I've said this for years. I don't really get into the whole thing. You know, like some people spend their whole life like looking at that stuff and forming beliefs around it. But I mean, I'm sure all of you have had like a precognitive dreams. Like you dream something, didn't realize it, and then it happens later, and you're like, oh shit, I dreamed this.
Or you dream something, you wake up that you it's almost like you never slept and it really happened.
Yeah.
Those vivid dreams, yeah.
But I mean, there's definitely something to that. And John, you obviously have a real gift. And Carla, I'm going to speak on behalf of John here real quick. When you're talking about a writer, and you're speaking on how he comes and describes things to you, blah 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 is not the words to use.
Yes,
this man puts his heart and soul into these stories.
Don't listen to him. He doesn't understand that we put our heart and soul in our art.
Oh, I do understand.
Is it going to be one of those fights again?
I'm ready.
Writers versus artists.
No. Listen. I'm just trying to help John out because I know he's not going to speak for himself because he doesn't want to lose that booty. So I'm just speaking on John's behalf. Just a little respect.
All right.
Wow.
I really appreciate it. You're a gentleman. You're a scholar.
But now Piper says, if there's demons, it could be a wolf-themed demon if that fits the book better.
Oh yeah. You can be that, but also remember that we do have we are launching 2 books in one campaign. So the drawing, this is something I forgot to mention. I would forget to mention something. The drawing is actually happening in both. I think the werewolf will kind of fit in with the Russian theme because of the snow and the European set and all that stuff. But it also fit with hell too. So if you purchase any of the perks that include the drawing, you are being drawn in 2 books, not just one. So keep that in mind.
Oh, very cool.
Beautiful.
Oh, this is so awesome! Like, thank you, Piper, for all the support. And like it's so fun because at the beginning of this there was just a Green Reaper, and now there's a werewolf in the Green Reaper.
Right.
This is so cool.
And and here's the amazing thing, and this is why I say like comics get is just so great, and we are so in tune because I'm working in a lot of things, and we are both working in a lot of projects that tie into the same universe, and I've been trying to do a werewolf book. I also love the werewolves. I think they're the most amazing creature ever. But I just didn't feel like they would fit anywhere. You know what I mean? This might be the beginning of something here. So thank you. You never know.
Yeah, it could be like a hellhound theme.
Yeah,
werewolf.
I know when John speaks like that, like he's like,
Something came to my mind. Yeah.
Tomorrow
he must have been daydreaming.
Campaign number 18.
Just remember, don't tell people that you're dreaming in a German language. It's going to only confirm things.
Oh no.
Is it something?
I think he's insinuating that's going to encourage the cult speak.
Yeah. I'm only joking around, but yes.
Because Comicsgate is a cult,
I
right?
gotta tell you. And no, of course not. And I apologize, but here's what I'm thinking, because I think I saw a porno in German. And I think that's where I got it. I was like,
John, 999.
You were
John,
doing fine.
Don't apologize for your gift, and definitely don't apologize for watching a German porno.
Never.
I speaking of apologizing, sorry, Optimus Deadpool, and thank you for your support.
things got wacky.
There you go.
Just a little bit.
I cleaned it up a bit quickly.
All right, that is looking really cool, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, I love the nunchucks.
Oh yeah.
I thought that's what you had. Yeah.
So bad now.
You know that John is actually really good with that. Like he never speaks of that, but he has a lot of black belts in several martial arts.
Well, okay, not a lot. I have two, but yeah.
That's a lot for me. No, then you have like brown, blue. I don't know.
Yeah,
the colors.
I have another brown belt. Yeah.
She was like, "There's a closet full of belts."
Yes. not the fun kind of the
Whoa.
the hard work type. Yeah, no, I've done some martial arts in the past, and I have some training with like that kind of the traditional martial arts weaponry, like the staff and the nunchucks and.
Don't be humble. You are like Superman.
No, I'm not. But, yeah, I'm
It's
glad.
adorable when they do that, when they compliment each other like crazy.
I'm sorry. I'm excited and I say a lot of nonsense. Sorry, guys.
No. Never be sorry. You're having a good time. Your
I know.
campaign's doing great.
Yeah, quite all right.
Embrace
Woohoo.
that. Great stuff.
Yeah, and I love the site too. Yeah, it looks great.
Cool,
You
man.
know, my
Yeah.
wife decided to kind of give him a cape for the battle look, and I love it. I actually think it's a pretty nice touch. And he said, I'm gonna give him the Superman colors because gotta remind people that he's the hero. And I was like, you know what? That's actually kind of cool because that's that's very different from his really dark and gritty look with the black cloak and whatnot, and going to a more light, like a lighter color.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it in the avatar we have right now. Those are like the Superman-ish colors.
Yeah.
But like actually, like it sounds like I said out of a very virtuous vision. Oh yeah, let's give him this look. No, I actually like tried 100 different colors, and I ended up liking that. Anyway, it works. So
Yeah.
But there's a huge struggle behind all that. Like
Well, you want things that are very pleasing to the eye. Your new campaign. I mean, the colors and everything are just like they really popped. It works for those pages. Like Red was saying, that one in particular, where he's holding her like that with that kind of like lava, river of fire and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's beautiful.
thanks a lot. Thanks.
Of course.
Yay.
Yeah, it really is.
Really admire you guys for the coloring. It is a very hard process. It's a really, really tiring process.
It is.
I can tell because I've helped sometimes with the base colors, and that alone is a nightmare. And I can't really imagine the shadowing, the perspective. Because she explained that to me. She was like, "Well, you can't really put shadows everywhere because the light comes from somewhere, so that spot cannot be shadowed." And I'm like, "Okay, I don't get it, but okay."
Like I always accept his help because I end up having like pain in my wrist because of too many hours drawing, and he's like, "What color do you want this?" "No, any color, babe, any color. Like you do you." And then I change everything according to the palette. So you just do whatever you want, as long as it's inside the lines, like a kindergarten boy. But he's happy. But it actually helps me because. That's very time consuming too.
Well, and then when with one click you change the whole thing.
That's right.
It somewhat helps. Yeah.
Of course.
I have to say, Carla comes off with the kindest condescension I've ever heard.
Yes, she does. Yeah.
Real quick, we got Mandy joining us in the chat. What's up? Thanks for stopping by.
What's up?
Dark Gift is back. Good to see you, my friend. Many Flames Away is here. Says is there a celebration? Yes, there is. Grim Reaper 2 has just launched. So you definitely want to get on board with that. We got Carl and John here talking about it. We're just discussing the colors, which are beautiful. And we were discussing Carla's condescension, which is also beautiful. I very much enjoy it because it's aimed at John and not me.
And I'm doing a fan art.
Oh yeah, he is.
Simon is doing a fan art.
Very fan. Yeah, very excited for this campaign. We just launched it, and how close are we to the goal? Let's refresh this thing. Let's see.
We're so close.
We are very close. We are actually very close. Just 6 backers. Just launched an hour or so ago. And thanks to Comic Gate, thanks for Red Gates for having us. I mean, every time we're here, we really have a good time.
I feel like a pro.
With you guys. Yeah. It's an amazing time, and we are actually promoting basically 3 books in one campaign. We are relaunching Grim Reaper 1 with a variant cover, Grim Reaper 2, the issue 2, the follow-up story, the sequel, and then a spin-off that kind of tells us the story of the Grim Reaper family and how it started and all that. So a lot of different scenarios, a lot of different scenes, cool characters, lots of action. The Grim Reaper goes to hell to rescue a lost soul from an immortal being that should not be dead. So he's kind of a murder mystery kind of story type with lots of action and a little bit of a superhero touch to it as well. Definitely a little bit of a cross between, the older 90s comics that you guys were talking about, Image and things like that. Spawn, yeah, is that kind of comic, but a lot more fun, a lot more lighthearted at times, but also very, very cool in the action and with the art as well.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, you guys are welcome anytime. You're like family.
Absolutely. Thank you.
We love having you here.
Hearts.
Red, what do you mean like family? You're talking to my sister and my brother-in-law already.
That's right.
Well, that's you. I'm not in this incestuous relationship.
All right.
We have family. We have cult leaders. We have
We have cult dreamers who speak in tongues
with boobies.
Yeah.
We're having the best time, and without any white drugs.
Nope.
Or so you guys think.
Oh no.
We're just high on Red Bull.
Yeah, let's just leave that a mystery, John.
I did smoke a blunt, so.
That is a drug. My boss, well, now former boss, always comes and gives me Red Bulls, and I always compliment him. I tell him, "You're my favorite drug dealer, man." And he laughs, but you don't think so, but it's true. Coffee, Red Bull, all those things are addictive.
Yeah,
And
they're stimulants.
yeah, I mean, they do give you wings.
In just the right places.
Just yeah. You can draw the Grim Reaper with wings too if you want to. I love the fang. Nice touch. Definitely nice touch. Yeah. I am really impressed with how fast Sim draws. I mean, I gotta tell you, it takes me forever to draw a ball and a stick with legs. You know what I mean? And then
Why are you drawing a ball and a stick?
well,
Wouldn't you like to know?
He wants to express himself.
yeah, I just draw whatever's in my mind, man. I don't know.
You should try drawing in your sleep. Tonight, go to sleep with a pen and paper next to you and see what happens.
Oh, I don't know.
That must be so hard.
Stop it. Stop it.
Cool, guys. So the moral of the story here is back Grim Reaper 2.
Yes.
It just launched. We're almost at goal, but we want to go far above and beyond that goal.
That's right.
Absolutely.
84% so far. We can do it. Keep doing it.
Absolutely. And share that link out on Twitter, on Facebook, wherever you're hanging out in social media. Please share that link around. Just tell them what good people Carla and John are.
Fantastic people. The best. Yep.
You guys are family for sure, and thank you for everything. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the help with the GoFundMe campaign. It really helped us. That way we could purchase Carla's new tablet that she's working with, and that way we can get these projects going. You know what I mean?
It was great. I was right, eh?
Yeah.
Pleasure.
I told John, like, I remember Sim gave me advice about this.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Not only that, the support with economically and stuff, but you guys gives us the best props ever. Like the printers to choose,
Yes.
the advice about the campaigns, how to launch, when to launch. You know what I mean?
That's so valuable.
Is really valuable. I mean,
Yes.
shout out to Nick too when he watches this on replay, because he he was the one that advised us to wait until the New Year's, because we were planning on launching before, and because we had a lot of the files ready. They were lost, and so they had to be remade. But we were gonna launch in December, but he really told us against it, explained to us why. And Vinny gave us like the best printer ever. He also been telling us how to pack the books when we ship. So all of those advices, and same with the tablet and things like that. All of those advices have really helped us.
We learned a lot
have
with
really
this
helped us.
first campaign. We learned like crazy. We think we know how to do things now, so let's hope everything goes smoothly.
But if anything, ask again.
Yeah, just don't forget. Just keep reaching out. Even before you start to do those next steps, double check with people as well. We're always going to be friendly. We're always going to give the best advice or the best of our knowledge to do things. Because this is how this community keeps growing with awesome people, having a good time, making some great stuff. Hell yeah, hell all the way.
All of them. Oh yeah, that's probably a good note actually to wrap it up here. We're almost at 2 hours. John and Carla, would you guys like to give us one more pitch for those who are just joining us or missed the first time around?
Absolutely. So here is John with the Grim Reaper 2, Grim Reaper issue 2 campaign just launched on Indiegogo. It's live. If you want to support your indie creators, Comicsgate all the way. We couldn't be prouder to be a part of this community. We love it. And here we are bringing you again a quality book. The best we can put out there. If you back the Green Reaper 1, this one is definitely for you. If you haven't yet, there's still an option to get it in this very campaign. We are launching 3 books into one, which will be the Green Reaper issue 2, the Green Reaper issue 1 with a variant cover for those who already backed it, or the normal cover for those who haven't backed it yet. Is optional. Then we have the Curse of the Medallion, which is a spin-off story involving the Green Reaper universe and the Green Reaper characters, but with a different story arc. So basically, this is a crime novel. It's kind of a murder investigation novel. That's how it starts out. The Grim Reaper has to find who has killed an immortal being. A demon called Lust was murdered with a weapon that can actually kill gods. And he has to find out who did it and why and with what. So he goes on to investigate that. And once he finds out, he has to go to hell and rescue this demon who's not supposed to be dead, because that was the covenant that the demons made with dead a long time ago. That was that immortal beings could never, of course, go to the afterlife or to the underworld. That was the whole job of the Grim Reaper, was to make sure that mortal beings die and immortal beings never die. So his responsibility is to go do that. This time he will be accompanied by his loyal friend, Horse, that breathes fire, and when it gets angry, it's engulfed in flames. It's a really powerful being. We will learn more about his family, his child called Rage, who is kind of a misguided child. He misinterpreted the whole mission of the Reapers and just basically became a demon that possesses people and make him do bad things, mind controls them, and create serial killers, basically. So he will have to be facing off against them too, because he vanquished them and he comes back for revenge. And so, there's going to be tons of sexy chicks in this, tons of action, tons of good stuff, great dialogue, great action scenes, great fighting. And definitely give it a go. Watch the video. It took my wife a long time to do that, and I really love it. And back it if you can. If not, then spread the word. We really appreciate every retweet. We appreciate every purchase, every donation, every contribution. This is for you guys, and we love Comicsgate. If you can, back the Grim Reaper, and also back Into the Woods, and back Blood Hunt by
Through the woods.
Through the Woods. I'm sorry. Into the Woods. I'm sorry. Back Through the Woods.
That's Cecil's fault.
You know why? Because I'm addicted to Frozen 2, and I always sing Into the Unknown.
That could be it.
Yeah, that's why.
And because it's Cecil, he sung the song
repeatedly.
So, by the way, he should be coming on my stream tomorrow. Just so everybody knows, I'm going to be doing an update on that pretty soon. So swing on by.
There you go, little basic colors just for fun. I don't know if that's the right colors, but
wow, man,
you got him backwards, but that still looks badass though. Yeah, That looks really cool, man. Great art, Brain. Great,
Awesome,
great.
awesome.
A lot of talent in this panel right here. You know, you got Vinny Tartamella, one of my favorite artists out there, and Sim, great artist. You know, one of the fastest drawer I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, and you have Red Gate, the best voice in Comicsgate, without a doubt. You know,
Much love.
and yeah, so thank you guys for having us again. Thank you, Red, and I look forward to seeing that outro again.
Absolutely. Always my pleasure. And you know what? For today, we're going to make our outro your video. How's that sound?
Yay!
Oh, that's awesome. That's very cool. Thank you, man.
Thank you for everything, guys. We love you. Mwah.
Well, thank you guys for
Love you
coming.
right
Thanks.
back.
Thanks everyone in the chat for coming as well. Thank you to everyone who's backing and supporting this. Share it out on social media. Thank you, Simon, for your fan art. It's always awesome to watch. Thanks, Vinny, for stopping by, brother. It's always good to have you
Of course. Thank you
as
guys.
well.
Thank
Absolutely.
you guys.
It's always a
And on
pleasure being here.
On that note, everybody take it easy. Have a good night. And back Grim Reaper 2.
And join my cult.